Today we are coloring an illustration from Highland Cow's coloring book. I thought to myself, I have so many blues, why don't I challenge myself and color everything in blue? So I chose this illustration, which would already have a lot of blues. So I guess you could say I'm kind of cheating. And I'm starting from the top and working my way to the bottom. So let's get right to it. I'm gonna start with the water, and I'm doing a gradual approach as I go from top to bottom, darkest at the top, and choosing brighter shades as I go down the illustration. And then I'm going over everything with a brighter blue to provide uniformity and a little bit of luminosity to everything. Then I'm moving on to the top of the wave with a pastel blue, light pressure at first, then a little bit harder to emphasize details, then choosing a brighter blue to bring out even more details. And then I'm moving on to the mid part of the illustration where I'm doing what I like to do best, which is to go in at random, however I feel like it, with my chosen color, filling in a lot of spaces and then filling in the rest with the other colors that I've already chosen. Then once again going over everything with my chosen brighter blue, same one I used above, to provide uniformity to everything. And doing the same technique for the splashes around the cow. And for the bottom part of the water, I'm doing the same thing at random, however I feel like it, but trying to focus more on my brightest blues and adding just one of the dark ones that I used above, once again for uniformity's sake. And then I'm going over everything with my brighter blue and using my very darkest, almost black blue to go over the darkest lines. And then I'm moving on to the mountains and clouds, where I'll be doing a little bit of layering. And since I'm using my oil-based pencils, remember that stroking direction matters. So I'm paying attention to that and layering my colors carefully, doing a little halo around the clouds to bring them out. And this is where everything goes down the drain. The Highland Cow. It all started out well. I thought I'm gonna use my brightest blues, my lightest blues, and it'll for sure stand out from the rest of the illustration. But as I kept going, I quickly realized, oh no, it wasn't standing out from the rest. It was blending perfectly with all the other colors, and I was out of blues and of ideas. I thought to myself, okay, don't panic, go for the horns, do the horns first and see how you feel. And the horns turned out okay. So I thought, okay, keep going. You're too deep now. You can't go back. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna layer the body and see if that works, if that differentiates it from the rest. And when that didn't work, I used my darkest, almost black blue to outline everything and turned the cow into everyone's worst nightmare. But I kept going in the hopes that it would turn out okay. It didn't. So I thought I'm just gonna leave it here and I'm not gonna post this video. But then a couple of days later, I was like, no, I can salvage this. So I went in with my eraser and erased as much as I could, then went over it with a white pencil to bring it back to a base level, used an aqua color to brush everything, and then used a dark blue to painstakingly redo all of the dark lines. So let this be a lesson for you not to overestimate the amount of shades you have and to do proper testing in your palette before you go in. Ta-da! What do you think? At least a little better than the first one, right? I hope you liked this video. Like, share, and subscribe.